Welcome, everybody, to the fourth installment of Things People Say That I Hate. Today's topic is going to be about the statement, I'm not biased, I'm objective. So let's begin with a simple word study. So, first, I'm going to define bias. It's a noun and it means to prejudice, not the negative connotation of prejudice, just prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. So, that's the definition of bias. Moving on to objective, which is an adjective, it's usually referring to of a person or their judgment to be not influenced by personal feelings or opinions in considering and representing facts. And so that's the definition of objective. And with that, I want to first focus on bias. The key word in that definition is usually, and I'm going to explain why, because it says usually represent in a way that's unfair to other opinions. But that is not necessarily the case. You can be biased to something. You can give credence to a certain position or thought without being unfair to other positions or thought. You can argue the validity of yours, even though you give credence to it, without demeaning or diminishing the other view. That's important. Also, in terms of being objective with your thoughts or your reasonings, how likely is it that you are truly free from your influences? When you are influenced by so much, we're influenced by culture, parents, neighborhoods, and institutions. So that is not to say that one cannot present facts faithfully. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that to show that there is almost no way to escape your influences when interpreting facts. We can represent just the facts. So there's a way of just saying facts. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm not saying that that's impossible. You can say just facts. But from what can be observed and from what I've seen and what we notice when people give, their thoughts on stuff, people's influences and opinions influence their representations of the facts. That's just the way that it happens a lot of times. I can tell you facts and I can tell them in such a way that paints a completely different picture from what you would get. For example, I can make the statement, I can tell you the facts. Europeans enslaved Africans harshly for the purposes of manual labor. That's true. It's called slavery. We all know what that is. But I also could say it this way. Europeans brought people from Africa to do manual labor. Sounds a bit different, right? That's because I said it in a way that makes it seem a little softer than it actually was. And think about that when people give you facts. So people claim that they're closer to the former rather than the latter. They like to say that I'm more objective. I tend to just give the facts. Those in the field of science and history usually like to do that, and that's not to bash on those because we do a lot of good things with science and a lot of good things with history. It's just to say that those in science and history do tend to say that they're more objective. But I'm here to say that that is not always the case. I'm going to give you two examples of it. So in American history, usually when it's presented, when you have your teachers and the textbooks, history is usually sensationalized and showing your nationalism in its in history, in its portrayal. When you're reading like U.S. history textbooks, it usually paints us as the hero. It shows us coming in to save the day. It's showing our manifest destiny, and us taking care of things. And it's like everybody doesn't see it that way. We kind of came over, forced people to do harsh work, uprooted the people, the Native Americans, out of their home and moved them away. We've done a lot of bad things, but we usually paint ourselves as the hero. And you can see now how those facts in history are construed in a way that makes us look better than what we are. So it's not quite objective, is it? And also, just in the field of science, Richard Dawkins, who is a known atheist, he's in the field of science. When he was questioned by Ben Stein in an interview about, intelligent design being the a cause for the universe and like in humans and in the way we are now, I saw his atheistic framework influence his answer to Ben Stein's question. He immediately skipped over the notion that it could be God as the one for intelligent design. He immediately said, well, there could have been some type of beings, aliens, he said, that are highly intelligent who planted life on Earth, basically seeded life on the Earth. And it's because the reason why he didn't even think about God, he skipped it over. He basically said, In my mind, God doesn't exist. So there's no way that he could be the cause for intelligent design. It must be something else, maybe like aliens or something. And that just goes to show you that in view of the facts are that the universe looks like it was created, that it has design, that it has purpose. In light of those facts, he automatically interpreted that it couldn't have been God who designed it. It had to be some other thing if that was the case. And so just to show you need to think carefully about when you say you're objective, because maybe you're not. And so please let me know what you think about this video. Comment on it, subscribe to the channel, and be on the lookout for more videos. Until next time, thank you for watching.